combinations of Jupiter and Mercury. Mercury and Jupiter, when placed in the 7th house, give us a lot of benefits. This, as per the classics, state that it gives a very beautiful spouse in addition to a lot of friends. This gives us the ability to conquer and to be victorious over enemies. And finally, it also gives the person a great standing and much greater one as compared to the parents socially. So let us move on to Sanjeev Kapoor. Sanjeev Kapoor is known to be the pioneer of Indian cooking on Indian television. He has been a successful presenter of a show called Khana Khazana, which has run for more than a decade on Indian television. He is also an author of many cookbooks in India. For Sanjeev Kapoor, Jupiter is the third lord, as his ascendant is Libra. Libra, as we all know, is the ascendant that gives one a lot of exposure to the public life and the ability to mingle with public. Jupiter, being the third lord, is the lord of the hands, cooking, writing, and also initiation and culture. Jupiter is also the sixth lord of hospitality, of service, and of competitions. Now, Jupiter is placed 7th house of secondary career. This is associated with Mercury. Mercury is the 9th lord of higher learning, 9th lord of teaching, 9th lord of name, fame, and luck. And it is the 12th lord of international fame and 12th lord of international travels. We see all of it fitting so beautifully in Sanjeev Kapoor's chart. In addition, when we move on to a little more depth, we see that his lord Jupiter is present in the nakshatra of Ashwini, and Ashwini nakshatra is a swift nakshatra. It denotes something that is fast. We know that his hands are so nimble and fast that his chopping is legendary. As we move on to Mercury, we see that it is placed in Bharani nakshatra. Bharani nakshatra is a nakshatra of balance, and cooking requires balance just like any other chemical equation. So these two nakshatras impart their flavor to Sanjeev Kapoor to become a great chef. Let us see what this combination has to say when placed in the 10th house. When placed in the 10th house, it makes a person a king or a king's minister. It makes a person well-mannered and courteous and provides the person the ability to command a number of people and so that he is being obeyed. Also, this combination gives a person a religious outlook and wooden, taking ahead the case of Douglas Adams. Douglas Adams is known for his book, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, a very famous, a very well-known book, breaking in a record of 15 million copies while Adams was still alive. It has garnered much more after his death. This book is said to be one of the most pioneers in science fiction. A beautiful book, and having read it, I know that it is definitely from a humorist. When we move into his chart, we see that his lagna is that of Gemini, a true communicator and a writer, that he has the essence of a humorist too. As we see that Lagna Lord is also the 4th Lord of emotions, a very apt person when we see being placed in the 10th house. As we move on to Jupiter, Jupiter is the 7th and 10th Lord placed in his own house. The 7th Lord is the house of secondary profession, and the 10th house is definitely the house of profession. Writing became his profession. He was well loved, well known as a humorist, and a very beautiful book at that. Now let us move into a little more detail. Jupiter is situated in Revati Nakshatra. Incidentally, the god of Revati Nakshatra, Pushan, is said to be the one who guides people into the astral as well as on earth. So, a very beautiful book, so aptly named after Pushan, The Hitchhiker's Guide to Galaxy. And finally, the case of Jeffrey Archer. Sir Jeffrey Archer, as he is known, is a very famous novelist with more than 30 books to his credit. He is well known for his wit, humor, and an element of suspense in his books. His first book, Not a Penny More, Not a Penny Less, was written as a means to avoid bankruptcy. After having met a phenomenal success, there has been no turning back for him in terms of writing. A very well known worldwide with millions of copies sold in his books, we see that this combination of Jupiter and Mercury does wonders for him. However, it also has its own share of flipbacks. In the case of Jeffrey Archer, we see that this combination takes place in the ninth house. The Lagna here is Cancer, and Jupiter becomes the sixth lord of fraud. It becomes the sixth lord of litigations and legal issues. It also becomes the sixth lord of discretion and the sixth lord of hospitality. It is the sixth lord of scandals too. As the ninth lord, it becomes a karaka for wealth and it also becomes a karaka for higher learning. In association with Mercury, the third lord of writing, the third lord of courage, initiation, and the 12th lord of prison and international travels, this provided Jeffrey Archer with all. As we know that Jeffrey Archer moved into writing to save himself from bankruptcy because there was fraudulent practices about him, also by him. So this Jupiter, which is a huge karaka for money, is also being active as a sixth lord. This combination in association with Ketu gave his writings a very twisted, a very different end and a very mysterious end at that. So we see how this combination works in wonders with many charts. If you have any questions, do write and we'll try our best to answer. Stay tuned on to this channel and we'll keep bringing you more and more.